All right, who's ready for the Halloween special?
Oh, hey, Alex. How's it going?
Hey, Josh, look at you. Fred Flintstone. Is that the Mark Addy version? Yeah, from Game of Thrones. Remember him?
Yeah, what are you supposed to be?
I'm a patriot.
I am a real American.
I noticed there's 3 chairs. Oh my God, is that a John Carpenter movie? No. This can only mean...
Hey, pal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Good to see you, man.
Josh, I thought you said no telemarketers. It's
me.
Nick. Oh, look at you. It's Kurt Cobain. Is that your costume?
It's close, man. I'm the dude from Big Lebowski, right?
Yeah.
Thought that was obvious.
Yeah, it's great. Great.
Thanks, man.
Goodwill sweater. That's wonderful. Josh, his audio was absolute dog crap last time. I don't know. Why is he here? What are we going to do?
Oh, we got that fixed. Don't you worry. We got pro-grade mics this time, so you'll be able to hear me loud and clear.
Oh, I can tell. You hear it clearly in the video right now.
Welcome, everybody, to the second annual Target Audience Halloween special. Last year, Alex and I talked about Haunting of Hill House, and that was a great time. But this year, we're going much bigger. We are reacting and discussing They Live, the John Carpenter 1988 film. I have never seen this film. Alex has never seen this film. But our John Carpenter expert, as you may have seen in the past, Nick, is here joining us to watch They Live. And he, of course, as a John Carpenter lover, has seen the film before. So what's your experience with the film, Nick?
I think just growing up, obviously I never saw it as a kid. I didn't watch it till much later when I was already an adult. But yeah, just so many iconic things I've seen throughout the movie. And just this cover, just with Roddy Piper being a complete badass with the machine gun.
That's a very nice cover for the Blu-ray.
Oh, yeah, it's great. And yeah, when I got into John Carpenter, this is one of the first ones I ended up watching, and it was phenomenal. I love this movie so much. It's always going to be near the top of my favorite John Carpenter movies, and I think you guys will really enjoy it too.
Yeah, for me, this film is, I feel like I've seen it through pop culture osmosis, you know what I mean? Because everyone knows about the bubblegum scene, everyone knows about the glasses put on, and like the faces, and like the obey, and all that, but yeah. I feel like that's a small part of it, and I feel like there's still 85 other minutes of content in this movie, and Keith David's in this movie, apparently, and yes. I love Keith David. And last year, I was dressed up in a Cleveland Guardians outfit, red, white, and blue, and so I thought for this year, Halloween costume and the red, white, and blue Patriot, baby. That's all I got.
Nice. Yeah, I thought it was interesting that I've never seen this movie like you, Alex. Even though it stars Roddy Piper, you'd think we'd come across it.
Yeah, seriously.
I know the bubblegum line, and that's it. I know nothing about the plot of the movie or what happens. I don't even know like the obey things that you're talking about. So I only know the bubblegum line. So I'll pop for it, I'm sure, when I see it.
And since I am the experienced viewer with this movie, something tells me I might need these later on, so I'm ready when you guys are.
Oh, you already have glasses. I might be cooked. All right, guys, that's enough. Are you ready to watch They Live?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to go put it in.
Oh, whoa,
Jesus,
easy.
Josh, come on,
come
man.
on, dude.
What?
Putting these back on.
God, I can see your ass, man.
What, you thought Fred Flintstone wore underwear in the Stone Age?
Well, I've never seen Fred Flintstone's ass. Come
This is
on.
in the Stone Age, Josh. Come on. John Carpenter font.
I was about to say.
Gotta love it.
Bum, 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 bum. This is like the Thing font.
Yep.
And what year did you say this was?
88.
So, Piper's probably red hot at this point.
Yeah.
I guess he was really peaking like 85, right?
Yeah, because WrestleMania 1 was 85.
Yeah, he was main event with...
Mr. T.
Yeah.
Wasn't around, obviously. Did he get heat for dropping the Rowdy for this movie, like when The Rock dropped The Rock for just Dwayne Johnson? He doesn't go by The Rock anymore.
I'm picturing like the Incredible Hulk, the original TV show, where it's always the dude walking, but I'm picturing the exact same show, just with Roddy Piper. Like angry as himself, and then he becomes the Hulk.
There's nothing available for you right now.
He's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Like that was subtle. He wasn't like, ah.
Yeah.
You gotta do something.
Yeah.
No, he does a fantastic job.
Our owners, they have us, they control us.
I find it fascinating. Like, who are those people sitting there listening? Like, people walk through the park to get somewhere. Do you think anyone like stopped? Like, oh, wait a second.
Guy's making a lot of sense.
I'll listen to a sermon. I got nothing else going on. Oh yeah. Holy shit! There he is. God, I never remembered Piper being a body guy. But I guess he was.
Chesterfield's over on 4th Street. They got hot food and showers. I'm going that way if you want me to show you.
Very interesting how it just drops you in, like, don't know his story, why he's in this situation.
Yeah.
They closed one more factory. We should take a sledge to one of their fancy fucking foreign cars.
You know, you ought to have a little more patience with life.
Tells him this horrible detail about his life. You should have more patience. Shut the fuck! I'm trying to say.
Get the hell out of here.
Who's playing that fucking harmonica?
Just
Our impulses are being redirected. Racial justice and human rights are non-existent. They have created a repressive society. They have made us indifferent to ourselves, to others. We are focused only on our own gain.
Remember Jericho versus Piper, Steamboat, and Jimmy Snuka?
Mm-hmm. Great commentary on this movie.
What do you want me to say during that scene?
I really liked the cinematography of, like, they're in this homeless encampment, and then you just see the skyline in the distance, like the nice big city that there's on the edge of it.
And they're talking about the separation, you know, the lower class and the higher ups. Yeah.
Ah, the church lets us use their kitchen. 4 in the morning. Hey, we're taking care of a lot of people here.
You're up till 4, Roddy?
They're still going. Oh, it's a recording. Oh, so that's what was going until 4 in the morning, probably.
We have to face facts. Only a few seconds got on the
Oh, there he is. There's no one concerned that he's in there.
I guess they didn't hear it because of the music.
Oh, yeah. He's fine a trapdoor.
Oh, nice. Oh, he's got to be wanted for something. Of course, I'm saying this next to Nick, who's seen it, but
Oh, Roddy Piper?
yeah, because the way, like, because the helicopter's been going around this whole time, the way, like, looked up at it and was, like, hiding his face. I'm like, why is he hiding from the helicopter? But then I'm like, oh, wait. Is his face going to pop up, like, on the news? Wanted, this man.
You want to know the truth? This kind of shit happens at the end of every century. It does. It's just people afraid to face the future.
I would say a lot more often than end of the century. Happens all the time, constantly.
I think like every day.
It ain't none of my business. Ain't none of yours.
Yeah, but our boy Gilbert's in there helping.
I'm walking a white line all the time. I don't bother nobody. Nobody bothers me. You better start doing the same.
I'm going to assume this is Saturday because he worked one day and then go back the next day.
Yeah.
This just in, police demolish homeless shelter.
Bro's taking them all on. Oh! Oh! Oh, across the back! Oh. There you go.
Oh, no! You're gonna beat up a blind guy? Oh my god! Oh! It's like, what do they want? They already shoved them out of the park. They must be putting up a Walmart there or something. What are those cops like? They're still here. They just bring all those bulldozers and people back.
Wow.
Here we go.
What's your problem?
Oh!
I said, what's your problem?
Okay. Whoa. That's awesome.
That's creepy.
So it's not everybody though, because the guy selling it is normal.
Yep.
Whoa.
Ooh.
That one cut the deepest.
Based as fuck.
Wow. Okay. So like in that scenario, only 1 out of 4.
Mm-hmm.
So we've seen what, 3 or 4 so far?
Yeah. So they're common, but not the norm.
For yourself and for the baby. Go!
And I'm wondering, have any reproduced with a human being? What is
Well,
that?
I don't even know what it means. You think it's like a creature?
Oh yeah, I think it's some sort of alien.
Fresh, vital.
Wow.
Excuse me.
You look like your head fell on the cheese dip back in 1957.
Oh,
You're okay. Real fucking ugly. You see, I take these glasses off, she looks like a regular person.
oh, you're just exposing it, bro.
Yeah, it's a mistake.
I've got one that can see.
Oh, see.
Oh, they're all okay. They're all in on it. So you're right, Alex. Wow. So they're just all in on it.
What?
He's a tall,
Is that Cody Rhodes back there?
wearing sunglasses.
I don't like this one bit.
It's like they just all go about their normal lives, and then like.
That's like pouring perfume on a pig.
I love that he's just mostly concerned with insulting them, not like freaking out.
It's like you just saw 15 of them whisper under their watches.
Now let's go someplace quiet so we can talk this over.
Never go to a second location.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Woo.
Yeah, take his gun. There you go.
Yeah.
Bastards die just like we do.
Oh.
I appreciated the first cop, like actually a reaction being shot, like writhing in pain. You know, like so typical in movies and TV. You know, you get shot once, just die instantly.
Second guy didn't get the memo.
Yeah, yeah, he didn't have the same acting coach.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
I find it hilarious that there's no prerequisite of him like chewing bubblegum at all.
Yeah.
He just pulled it out of his ass.
Yep.
And also, they just like walks in and says this, like still doesn't know what's going on.
Oh! It's just like, you know what? Here's how I solve this. I'm just gonna kill everyone.
30s, long hair. Mama don't like tattletales. Wearing sunglasses.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a whole new element.
Yep.
This is gonna be a bit tougher for you. I don't even know his name. That's the best part. Whoa! Look at that.
Not nice.
Nice.
So it's just like a random special effect in this movie. It's just been all practical.
So don't spoil it for me, Nick, but there's this one lonesome guy gonna take down this entire alien organization with the shotgun.
We got 90 minutes to find out, but if anybody can, it's Roddy Piper.
We still have 90 minutes left?
No.
We just started?
Oh!
Take it easy.
Think she's human, Josh?
Yes.
Okay.
Drive.
I drive. That was a Drive reference. Ryan Gosling.
Gotcha.
How about baby? B-A-B-Y, baby? Or what if she had turned her face and it was a two-face scenario?
Oh,
Half the creature.
Oh, yeah. Like
she
that.
was the child like you were
Yeah,
referring to
yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
he saw where that box was. I wonder if he could get back there because, you know, he just has the one pair.
That's right, yeah. And, oh, Nick, don't tell me. But if there's a scene where they go back to it and the garbage man is dumping it and they have to chase the dump truck down the street.
Big pile of smashed ones. They're looking for a
Yeah.
working pair.
And then, like, they get to the dump truck and, like, the blind black guy leans out the window driving it. Ah! Why is he driving it? I don't know.
Signals on the TV.
Whoa, look at this
sets.
overhead shot. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Watch your back, man.
Bro, I thought this was like the end of the second act lull, where it's like, okay, this is where we slow things down.
End of the second act. It's been like 20 minutes.
It has not been 20 minutes. Look at this lighting.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Also, he has a wedding ring on.
Ooh.
Just noticed that for the first time.
Nice detail. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Just let us sit with that fact.
He's falling asleep.
Okay. Because, you know, a lesser movie would have been like,
And then pulls out the picture from his wallet.
yeah. And he starts.
Throws it down the sewer drain. Ding, ding, ding. What does this mean?
Yeah, rips up the picture.
Women. Because the woman, they hit him in the head. And that was a great bump out of that window.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
I don't think that was Roddy. I don't think he'd take that.
It was like right on their head, basically.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did all the fight choreography,
Yeah,
but a
yeah.
huge bump like that, probably not.
A huge fall? I don't think so, no.
How many people did you kill?
9 people.
You crazy son of a bitch.
I gotta show you something.
No, you ain't showing me nothing.
It's like, yeah, why is he so, like, obsessed with getting this guy involved? I mean, it's like he's said over and over, he's like, I have a job, I'm fine, I have a wife and kids.
How'd they get that picture?
It's probably his previous mugshot from whatever he's wanted from before.
What kind of mugshot is that?
Just look off camera and smile.
Come on, cue the dump truck going around the corner. Come on.
Oh, wow, nice.
Oh, is the thing gonna close with him in it?
Just gets fucking compacted.
Wait, the thing's open. It's all gonna fall out. Why did the garbage man do that?
I don't think they saw him open it.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
Oh, hey.
1 week's pay. The best I can do.
Kobe. Bam.
Oh, nice. I like that reveal.
All right.
Put these on.
Hey, stay away from me.
I'm telling you, you dumb son of a...
Oh!
Yeah!
Either put on these glasses or start eating that trash can.
Just gonna have a fucking fully choreographed fight scene. Come on. My theory is that he doesn't want to put on the glasses because he already knows.
Stop it! No!
Oh! You can tell this is both of them too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right, it's hard to throw that worked punch.
Yep.
So, yeah, choreograph the whole thing, and
Is that true?
yeah,
I believe it.
they might have had some people like, you know, put in
yeah.
their 2 cents too, but yeah,
Iron out the details, yeah.
Yeah.
You dirty motherfucker.
Ooh.
Oh, not a headbutt, dude. Oh.
No!
Oh! Yeah.
A lot of these are long takes too.
That's great.
Oh, belly to back.
Oh!
On the pavement too.
Oh.
Rookie didn't bang the back of his head on the cement.
I love how there's just this giant alien threat, but we're spending so much time on this fight scene. That's great. Oh, no. Oh, you cheap bastard. Oh.
Oh, not the 2x4.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, shit. Whoa, that was fucking close.
I'm sorry.
Oh! Oh my god, look at that consent.
Oh, it is fucked up.
Oh!
Side slam.
Nick, we know, like a back suplex,
Oh yeah.
like, that's alright, but a back suplex release,
Ooh.
that sucks. When you don't have the other person to bump with, that sucks.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So this is obviously rated R, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought maybe it was PG-13 when they dropped the one F-bomb, but then, you know, that's 2 more at this point.
Damn. Piper really put him over.
Luckily, this is when the territories were already gone, because if, like, the territories were out, like, Rowdy couldn't work. Because, like, oh, I can't book you. I saw you get your ass kicked and they live. I can't promote you.
Oh, wait, it's not over. Babyface comeback.
Oh, Northern Lights suplex. Come on. Oh, belly to belly! Oh. Gut range suplex. Holy shit.
Oh, he's going to force him on. There's a match stipulation. Yeah. You win by putting the sunglasses on your opponent.
Look! Look at them, they're everywhere!
Oh!
Maybe they can see Alley 5th and Spring.
Ah.
Now hold on. You ain't the first son of a bitch to wake up out of their dream.
What's that?
Oh, was that the helicopter?
I love how it looks like 50s, you know, black and white, cheesy B movie, which I'm sure Carpenter loved, you know, growing up.
Life's a bitch. She's back in heat.
Nice. nice. I was kind of hoping for a reveal that it's like he was going to say, I know, as in one.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, he just really didn't want to
He
put
just,
him on.
like, he really didn't want
I want to just do my job, man. I want to get involved.
Because I could totally believe, like, he just wanted to live in his bubble and didn't want to deal with the...
Yeah.
But the fact that he legitimately didn't know. I mean, Carpenter's famous for having, you know, famous
Oh, yeah.
B movie. Which one do you think that is?
Is that came from outer space?
I believe it. It's the fact that they kick their own asses.
All right, so you want to get a room? All right.
What are they? Where did they come from?
Well, they ain't from Cleveland.
Hey!
Well, when you get some kind of master plan, you let me know, huh?
Now, Nick, don't tell me. But are they going to find a way to transmit that guy's signal, but through the lens of the sunglasses, so that everyone sees what's actually happening out there? And like, what? Don't tell me. But I mean, like, what's the resolution? You know what I mean?
Got the first shipment today. They won't hurt.
Contacts?
There's less inter-
Oh, wow. And you can't lose them either.
True.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could, I guess, but not as easily. His glasses.
We could be pets, we could be food, but all we really are is livestock.
Livestock that they're just not killing out of, like, pity, or would it just be too much work? Like, we're not doing all that.
Yeah, they're not going to do the shit job, so they need those humans around to, you know,
Fair, yeah.
Now, don't tell me, but with the contacts, will they be able to see the creatures in color now? They're like,
What do you want him to say? You said don't tell you.
yeah, don't tell me.
You ask him a yes or no question.
I'll just let you continue to spat out your dumbass theory.
KRDA is clear. The transmission is going out.
Oh!
The signal's coming from somewhere else.
All right, this is the point. It's important to find out exactly where this thing...
Remember when you threw me out your window?
Can we just...
Oh! What? Okay, looks like she's still alive.
Ah! Oh, God. Oh, it's going down like a champ.
Yeah.
Can't play with that goddamn movie. Oh!
She's
Is that him?
wasting all their ammo on that guy.
Whoa! Good sell.
Yeah.
Fucking grenade. Oh, wait, he's gonna drop now!
Couldn't even make it.
Nope.
Oh,
into the
yes!
chalkboard.
God.
Oh,
Oh, it's one of their watches.
It was an EMP.
Your wristwatch has malfunctioned.
What?
This entry waits 6 seconds.
Good timing. So he's like jumped into the air world, basically.
All security stations stand down to operational function. We have eliminated...
That's a fucking thing from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, looks like it.
Looks like it. That is it.
We'll be under the protection and the dominion of this power alliance. The gains have...
They're not even trying to hide.
Vote for ourselves. The human power elite.
Oh, so the billionaires are in on it. Billionaire human beings? Oh, shit.
The situation is normal again.
How you doing, boys?
That's the homeless guy.
That's where we come from.
All carry-on luggage must be held stripped.
Oh. They have a Star Trek transporter.
Boys, let me tell you, they got their act together. Believe you me.
I'm wondering how long ago he was recruited. You know what I mean?
I think when they tore down the homeless encampment.
So like that recently?
Yeah.
But, like, what did he have to offer to the aliens? You know what I mean? Like...
His soul.
Yeah, like, if he was recruited after they tore everything down, and for him to have the entire rundown of the place, like...
Because in the movie, that was, what, 2 days ago?
It's just about, yeah.
Yeah.
You have your authorization cards.
Right here.
Oh! He grabs him by the beard.
You do it to your own kind.
What's the threat? We all sell out every day. Might as well be on the winning team. See ya, boys.
Oh! How many of those people do you think were human and how many were thingamabobs?
I was wondering that because, like, the people screaming while these guys are running through probably aren't aliens.
Oh, there she is.
I'm fine.
My least favorite part of the movie right here.
Gotta spray for your life. Oh. Oh, what? What?
Damn it.
Does he even know? He didn't even notice.
Nope.
What? Well, the movie better end, like, right now.
Cut the credits on that white flash. No resolution.
Don't do it.
He had a wife and kids, man.
Terrible.
Drop your weapon.
What?
Come inside with me.
7.
Oh,
6.
is that a grenade?
Another gun.
Fuck it.
No.
Damn, what? Sacrificed himself? Damn. There you go.
The Oscar winners give a press conference, and how to buy a sailboat as prime news.
Like shit. I'm fed up with it.
Everyone can see now. There it is in color, too.
Yep.
George Romero.
I didn't even put that together.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
Hey, what's wrong, baby?
That's how it ends?
That's it?
That's how it ends?
So now everyone in the world's
now
going to
their
see
mask
them.
is down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
His name is
Yep.
Nada, huh? Nada.
Damn. Talk about an abrupt ending.
Yeah.
You guys look the exact same. Pieces of shit.
I ain't no alien.
Damn it.
Let me go out on a limb here and say this might sound crazy, but I like this movie. No, this movie was a lot of fun in a very simple, isolated, just grifter. I don't think we even hear his name until the end credits, where we see, oh, his name's not. Oh, that's weird. Man, I just love the idea of this guy oh, I'm from Colorado, I was looking for work, and then he just comes across this crazy, life-threatening, world-threatening force, and like, you know what? I'm going to take this down. And gives his life in the end to save it. Ends it with the middle finger. And we just get a glimpse that it worked, and it ends. It ends with showing boobs. The entire movie didn't show any nudity at all.
Yeah.
We had like 3 or 4 F-bombs, and I was questioning whether it was rated R or not. I'm like, oh, there's 1 F-bomb, because everybody gets 1.
A bit of violence.
Yeah.
Blood.
Oh, a lot of violence, blood. But PG-13 can get away with that. And then 3 F-bombs, and then boobs at the end. I'm like, holy crap. But no, overall, just a nice... And my third favorite movie of all time is John Carpenter's The Thing, which is like one of the most self-isolated stories next to movies like 12 Angry Men and all that, which is right up my alley. Mm-hmm. And this pretty much fits in that category, man. I'm not saying it's up there as one of my favorites, but definitely like, this movie was awesome.
Yeah.
Do you mean he's a drifter? You keep saying grifter.
What did I say,
do you
grifter?
Mean? Yeah. Like what?
Oh,
he's lying for money?
He's on the grind, man. I don't know. I probably meant drifter, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it too. Definitely have a lot of questions. Would love to watch it again because like it's very interesting of like, is it the entire world or just this city? Because like the satellite headquarter thing is just happens to be in the city that he's in, and we never see any shots of like other places in the world. Mm-hmm. So it's very interesting to me how they really don't explain anything. Like it never revealed with him like any type of backstory or anything like that. That because I was thinking, oh, he's like looking away from the helicopter. Maybe this guy's coming into town. We're gonna figure out some big twist. Like no, it's just he's just this guy, And I love that it's just so like throw you in and you just experience it with the character. So I definitely enjoyed it a lot. Also, just love that 80s style, just overall. John Carpenter or anybody else, just the 80s. It felt very 80s. All the denim and everything in the language and stuff like that. Yeah. So
he did have an 8x10 on the news.
He did, yeah.
So he could have been a criminal. He could have, but it doesn't go into any of those details, which I find great. Like, I didn't need to hear him talk about his wife. I didn't need to hear, he lost his job in Colorado. They shut down 14 banks. That's it.
That's all you need to
Move
know.
on. I don't need to know, like, when he was... Well, he kind of went into... Never mind. He kind of went to that his dad beat him. But, I don't need to know why he's here. Besides, like, I'm looking for work. Let's go to L.A., which is possibly the worst place to go if you're looking for work.
Yeah. And he was probably my favorite part, was Roddy Piper, just because even though his character, I am a big fan of, like, deeper characters, but when you're going to have, like, a, kind of a surface level one, he played it really well as kind of like just this mysterious guy that's just in this situation, and very charismatic. I don't know much about his acting career, but I'm shocked that he didn't become, any type of big movie star, from this. I know this is a popular movie, but I'm guessing it's a little bit more popular. Like, I know it was popular when it came out, but maybe even has become more popular in the years since. Because the messaging and everything about, like, consumerism and, just obey and consume, like, that's, just growing more and more throughout the years becomes more and more relevant. So that's definitely one of the best parts, too.
Yeah, and this is, what, 88? Like, this is, I mean, I know The Thing was a remake and The Fly was a remake, but this is, like, even before, like, the big remake, reboot, requel phase. Because, T2 was, 90? That's, like, the big sequel. Like, this is before all, I mean, like, this could come out today. And, like, it's even more prevalent as time goes on. So credit for Carpenter making. I mean, I know, 1984 is the big, Big Brother. That was a book, right?
Orson Welles,
Was that ever a movie? 1984.
They've tried to do stuff with it, but nothing that's been like successful.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, and this was at like, just the height of Reaganomics and the 80s and stuff like that, and like. Going through the 70s in the United States, there was just so much turmoil with, like, recession and everything like that, and the gas crisis. So in the 80s was the complete opposite. Like, everybody was just consuming, and, do I need this? No, not really. But just, hey, just buy this shit, And that's when it really exploded. So that's really, it was relevant, obviously, then. And like you said, it's still relevant now, maybe even more so, because just how, we can talk about something like, oh, yeah, I like Dawn dish soap, and then when I get home tonight, I'll get an ad for Dawn dish soap. Like, but your phone will just pick that up. It's just like advertising and just they want you to consume everything, and that's just so more prevalent now.
Yeah, here's what's crazy. Like I had my girlfriend over the other day, and there's this very small place near us in the city I live in that sells bundt cakes. Like it's a small, I'm pretty sure it's like a small owned business, right?
Yeah.
Open up Facebook, start scrolling. I see an ad for that goddamn business.
Yeah.
I didn't search it. I didn't order it. I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
She did on her phone. And I've never even heard of this place. I'm like, I'm going to order from this place. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Ad on my phone. Terrifying.
Yeah.
And like this movie just like timeless, I feel like. I feel like it's only getting worse. Yeah. But enough about the world. I know this movie's very, it's a bit on the nose, right?
But I like how they did it. Like, it was on the nose, but in a good way.
Yes. It wasn't talking down. It didn't, like, it's not yelling at the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not saying, like, hey, it's like, this thing's happening. It's just the way of the world. It's not like, hey, stupid, look what's happening.
Yeah, and Roddy Piper wasn't like, we need to stop consuming. It's like, that wasn't the point.
I mean, my one gripe with it is that I wish Keith David knew about it and just didn't want to accept it. Because that's a good character trait. People who want to live in the Matrix per se.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I know, like, but him like realizing it, like I wish, because he was like right there on the site in the homeless center, right? Like the church was just like what?
Just across the street,
a 1 minute walk away.
Yeah,
and he's been living there, so it would make sense if he knew about it.
But see, I took that from his character is that he deep down, like he did know something was going on, but was purposefully, willfully being ignorant until it was forced to be shown to him. So like, he didn't know exactly like, oh, these people are aliens and there's like an invasion going on, but he just knew. And like when he went up to Roddy Piper when he was looking through the binoculars and he's like, "It's not my business, it's not your business." He knew something was going on.
Yeah.
But he didn't know. He prevented himself from the curtain being pulled, so that once he saw it, he's like. He didn't even have a huge reaction, like "oh fuck," he just saw it and he's like, "well, shit. Now I have to accept it now."
He had a little bit of a reaction. I don't know if I needed a line like, I mean, I knew something was happening, but I didn't realize it was like this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
See, I thought that'd be too on the nose. I was able to get that line just from his performance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and that, obviously, that infamous fight scene that just goes on and on and on. We've all felt that way where like you're trying to convince somebody like, hey, like look at this, like open your eyes, man, and like, it almost gets to the point if they don't want to, you're just like, look at this.
They're willing to fight to the death. And
and
that fight scene, amazingly choreographed.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure Roddy
tremendous.
Piper had a big part in it.
Yeah.
And like what I love about it is like they're beating the absolute hell out of each other, bruises, cuts, blood everywhere, and like Roddy Piper accidentally like hits his like windshield, like. I'm sorry, man. It's like they're almost killing each other, but breaking the windshield. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
And then when he tries to break the bottle and it just shatters, and he's like, shit, and Roddy just laughs. Yeah.
Like little touches like that. So good.
Yeah, and that would lead me to, my favorite things about the movie is the cliche stuff. Like, I loved that fight scene. That was probably my favorite part. And then also just everything with how they filmed these alien creatures with a black and white aesthetic, 50s aesthetic, and also at the end when we see them in color and just the makeup effects, obviously practical, like that was all great. And the thing is, like, there wasn't, I don't want to say there wasn't a lot of it, there was a good amount of it once we got into it, but it wasn't the entire movie. Like, the entire movie wasn't this, like, all-out crazy shit. I wish I had liked like the non-crazy stuff a little bit more. I just found myself like when the movie was kind of slow in its first act, I was like, okay, let's see what's going on with this character. And then like there wasn't much going on with the character, so I'm like, okay, what are we gonna do? And then when it jumped into the weird stuff, when he gets the glasses, I'm like, all right, now it's like this is what they're doing full go. I just wish that I was more bought into like the other stuff, because I just don't really care. Like when I go back to watch this, it's like I'm just looking forward to the weird sci-fi or crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a short movie, so there's not a lot of it to begin with. But do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm like, it's not one of those where I'm like, oh yeah, all the sci-fi weird stuff is cool, but what I really like are the characters. It's like, no, I don't care about any of that. I do just like the weird, crazy stuff.
Yeah, especially at the beginning, it takes a while to get going, for sure.
I don't mind the beginning, because I haven't seen a full Roddy Piper performance before. On a rewatch, I might feel different, but seeing him in a full, like, hey, I'm the main guy performance, because I've seen him in the Always Sunny episode and stuff like that. I don't think I've ever seen him in a full-on, this is his movie type stuff. All that was fine. Where I started to be like, okay, is similar to Halloween 3, of all things. Like, when they're just going to the news station. They're just going room to room. That's where I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Because I felt like there was like 3 or 4 shots where it's just like them running into a room. Oh, next room. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay. Like, I get it. It's a lot of rooms. It's very deep. People have been here for a while, but I felt like that's similar to Halloween 3 when Tom Atkins and the female lead are all just, sneaking around, the whole everything.
Exactly.
It's like...
Yeah, I get that. I think that, for me... I would agree that the beginning wasn't a problem. Like, I was bought in at the beginning. It was once they got into what the story was. I think a good example is when he gets thrown out the woman's window, which, great spot, great moment.
Yes.
He gets thrown out there, and you were talking about how, like, you're like, oh, I thought this was, like, the second act low point. And I hadn't even been bought in yet on the characters. Like, I was like, oh, I thought there was, like, more to this. So, like, once he goes into the, what is it, a bank? Or what does he go into where he says the bubblegum line and shoots everybody at the bank? Yeah. Like, once that happened, and I was kind of like, okay, like, this is the movie. Like, there is nothing else here to really uncover. So I just bought into this cool stuff. So when the cool stuff wasn't happening, it was kind of just like, okay, I'm waiting for the cool stuff. And, like, also the woman, Meg... I just looked up her name. Meg Foster?
Yes, Foster.
Meg Foster. I thought she was great, not in the movie a lot, and then also, like, what the hell is up with her character?
Yeah.
It's almost like Halloween 3 again, where she just twist at the end.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Carpenter. I mean, wait, Carpenter make out. Oh, whatever.
Yeah, I assumed that I assume that she hadn't turned because I feel like, especially that last confrontation, if she had, like, they would have shown from his perspective, like, oh my God, she turned. But, you know, I think it was just one of those things where, like, hey, you know, just like with the homeless guy, like, hey, we'll offer you a lot of money, just, you know, shut your mouth, go along, maybe infiltrate this terrorist organization and help us, you know, wipe these guys out. And, yeah, it was, when that first came up, when I first watched it, it took me by, you know, it took me by complete shock when Keith David just gets right in the back of the head.
Yeah, and then we don't see him after that. Like, he's just dead.
Yeah.
And then that's the end. I mean, I do really love the ending of him taking out the thing and basically sacrificing himself and then the middle finger, like, I really liked all that. But the thing with the woman, it just felt like at the end it was like just a shock for the sake of a shock, which is fine because it worked. It did shock me. But it does make me think back to that phone call where, you know, you guys had said she called the police, which I think is true, but I think she was already like bought in from that point.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why she was so like straight-faced, you know, when she called and was so calling the police, but really she was calling these people.
Yeah, like, but who are the police? Like, half of them are, you know.
Exactly.
And it's probably a metaphor to, you know, I don't know, gangs or big business where, like, the police are in the pockets of, you know, these people. Very good. Yeah, I totally thought the entire time, oh, yeah, she's on it.
Yeah.
And it was just a random car he hijacked, right? Or
because she was just walking through the parking garage.
Yeah, it was just a random woman.
That was it.
What bad luck. But it makes sense because some, like, of course, not everyone is going to be blind to it. There's going to be some people that know what's going on. And I wished in the scene where, like, they go through the transporter hole and they're walking through, like, oh shit, and like the business meeting, oh, we've raised our stocks, or not, our profit has gone up 39%. Oh, I just wish that we saw some more human faces through the black and white lens.
Right.
That's saying, like, okay, these are all, like, the billionaires of the world, and they're all in on this.
Yeah.
Because all the faces they did show, when it did go black and white, they were the alien faces.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be cool if they did, like, oh, the humans are in on this too. Yeah. Like a very, like, Animal Farm type thing, I guess.
I think they kind of did, because you could kind of see a couple human beings, like...
A little bit,
obviously it's tough,
it's not,
to do everybody, but, I think that's what it is, like, you know, like the homeless guy who turns, like, he's not one of them. He's just a human that got, you know, sucked in and got corrupted by these people. So there definitely are the elites that are actually human that are helping these people.
Yeah, and you can tell he's human because, you know, one, Keith David and Roddy Piper recognized him.
Yes.
So that's a good way to tell, like, we don't need to see him in black and white, because if they recognize him, obviously it's him, because otherwise they wouldn't know who it is.
Yep.
What do you think about the ending? Like, I love ambiguous endings, like, did it work, did it not work? But what do you think about him shooting the laser, projecting the signal, and everyone seeing everyone in, you know, the blue and red alien costume? Like, what the fuck? You know, do you think it's better that, like, we do, like, oh, it worked, or would it have been better if we had no idea if it did work? I
like the idea that you know what happens. I do like ambiguous endings as well. Just depends on the situation. I love how we went out in a blaze of glory, literally, and just gave the finger, like Josh said. And but I do like how, you know, it doesn't just end after, like, the middle finger. It shows you, oh, now their masks are off and, like, everybody can see. Now, then it's ambiguous as how the world is going to react to that. You know? And then you can think about, like, oh god, now everybody can see what he's been going through the entire movie, basically. Now it's in your mind, like, oh shit, now what's going to happen?
It's the first domino to fall.
Yeah, I agree with Nick in that it definitely is still an ambiguous ending, just ambiguous in a different way, where we don't know what happens after the end of the movie. Like, does the whole world just go plunge into chaos? Like, there's these aliens here now that look disgusting, like, and but what I love, though, is that all of the reveals we see of them, there's some people that are, like, running, like, in the news station, but we don't see, like, all-out chaos. Like, it's still just the very beginning moments of, like, in the bar, like, them looking at him and then, like, having sex.
The news station, like, Margaret, you look fucking gross.
Yeah, and then people start, like, running, and they're like, what? Yeah. So I love that we didn't get to see, like, the full-on chaos, just the beginning moments, and the cutoff with the sex scene was the best.
Ending on the sex scene. I mean, that's incredible. Like, the restraint to not show any at all until the very last scene.
The producer's like, you got to show some of it. He's like, all right, I'll save it for the last frame of the movie.
We're going to make him wait. Make him wait.
So it just makes you... And also, I think that's great that this is one of those movies that if I'm correct, doesn't have a sequel, right?
No.
So I
Thank
think that's
God.
great because it's like you don't, I want to know the answer, but in my head, like I don't want to see the actual answer.
Yeah.
I want to be able to think about that myself, which I really love. So I love endings like that. I know that this is a random movie that I know about, but like there's a movie called The Invitation, that came out like 10 years ago or something. I won't go. Well, I guess I have to explain. I kind of have to spoil it, but what I'll just say is that something is happening in a house in this movie, and then at the end of the movie, you realize it's not just that house. And
that's fake Tom Hardy.
Fake Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I love that
You
movie.
saw that?
Yeah, I saw that movie. Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
the ending of that movie, it kind of is similar, where it's like you just get that last minute, but you don't see what actually happens. Like you don't get to see the fallout. You just get the realization of like, now everyone is.
It's bigger than what's happening in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And this is similar, not the same, but similar. Where it's just been Roddy Piper and these people that are making the sunglasses, and now it's the whole world. Or well, I guess one last time, Halloween 3 at the end of the TV, right? Except that's a little bit more into.
Yeah, did it work? Did it not?
Can we do an entire video comparing this to Halloween 3?
I think so. I would
seriously.
not mind that at all. Yeah.
Which didn't John Carpenter? Wasn't he involved in Halloween 3, but he didn't direct it?
He was involved.
Like he wanted to turn it into the anthology thing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think he's like like
producer
on it, but he
Okay,
also.
yeah. But then it sucked.
I think he did also a draft of the writing before they had somebody else do it, and then Tommy Lee Wallace did it as well. He changed things, so he did have a hand in the writing and also just the producing too.
That's funny.
We should also do a video series where we read John Carpenter's Letterboxd reviews, because he's on Letterboxd.
Oh yeah.
And he like reviews, like he did a whole review of Halloween 2, and it was like hilarious. Nice. It's like, well,
the new one or original one?
The original one.
Oh, really?
It's like, well, they don't want to do it. I thought the first movie had an ending, but they paid me a shit ton of money.
Oh, he was downing a sixer every night just writing that script.
Yeah, it's like, so I just wrote some bullshit script.
Yeah.
Like that'd be a good video.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Halloween 2 though. I thought it was good.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has an actual ending with him dying.
And just think that John Carpenter just bullshitting, and he's just makes another good movie.
Yeah.
Just talent. Just
was...
talent. Just like, every cigarette, just talent is leaving his lungs.
Yeah.
Every time he takes a puff.
And that's one of my favorite Michael Myers moments. Just walking straight through the glass door. There's no effect.
Doesn't even flinch.
Yeah, doesn't even flinch. Just.
Yeah. Oh God.
A lot of good kills in that one too. I think he lifts the nurse up with the knife.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
what else can we praise about this movie? Or one. I mean, we're children of. Not children of, but we grew up with practical effects, but as we got older, CG started coming in. I mean, CG's been around since like '93.
Yeah, CG was already around when we were born, but it wasn't.
But it's been like fully implemented.
Yeah, throughout our lifetime.
And it's like, it's so sad because I'm watching like the Penguin show, and like I can tell like when things look off, like, oh, that's a bit off. Like, oh, this is probably filmed. What do they call that thing? The loom, the zoom, the
volume.
The volume, yeah, where it's like,
Did they film that in there?
What's that?
Did they film that in the volume? The Penguin?
I don't know, cause like I'm watching, cause it must be HBO, cause like The Last of Us and this, like you can tell, like, you know how you can tell when it's a matte painting?
Yeah,
like,
you can tell when it's a CGI
it's like,
background.
You can tell when it's like something's off.
Yeah.
Like this city isn't real. But like this, it's like every shot in crisp, shot on film. It's like that's a real location. They had to like put in effort to like set this up. It's so like I'm glad there's no sequels, no reboots, like why haven't they made like this is like prime pickings for like remake time. It's like who owns the rights? Like
we know John Carpenter wouldn't care. He'd just be like, all right, go for it.
Like, does Robert Zemeckis also own this film?
Well, it was Universal at the beginning, so I'm assuming them. Yeah. But I do wonder as well. I think that a lot of movies like this, though, I mean, first of all, this is, in the horror genre per se, even though there's not a ton of horror in this, but it's in that genre. So I feel like with horror, if it's not, slasher, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a more weird movie like this, they probably just wouldn't even know what to do. We're like, why would we make that? They'd just try to remake it and it'd be bad.
But I feel like it's pretty popular, like throughout pop culture.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be bad, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, oh yeah, we'll remake that. There would be an outrage, I think. I mean, I feel like there's outrage for every remake that comes out, but I feel like this one would be like...
I think it'd be comparable to like the Total Recall movie remake or RoboCop remake. Like it would just come out, no one would care, and then it would go away.
Yeah.
But
do you think they learned a lesson from those, or they just like haven't thought about? Did they learn a lesson?
Let's hope so, but I don't think they did.
I mean, even just this year. But anyway,
yeah,
they have learned a little bit. Leaning more into requels, like Beetlejuice. But anyway, what was I just about to say? Oh, on the CGI thing. Yeah, like, even in this movie, which is in the 80s, and you know, we're watching it here on a remastered Blu-ray, it's the collector's edition. I don't know if they like, read any of the effects, but, like, the one shot where the thing's, like, in the air and he shoots it, and it's, like, an obvious special effect. It's like, everything in the movie is practical, but, like, even in this movie, it's like, I see that one special effect, and I'm like, you know, and it's like, that's how I feel all the way up to today. It's like, it doesn't matter the progression of how good it's gotten. Like, sometimes I can appreciate how good something looks in CGI, but a lot of the times it's just like, you know, as soon as you can tell that it's not real, it's just like, it takes me out of it.
Yeah.
That took you out of it, that scene?
In this movie? Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's not like a negative, but it was just like a little thing where I'm like, oh, that's just that weird special effect.
Carpenter has always shown, like, his favorite B movies, his 50s B movies, like in Halloween.
Yeah.
He always shows it, like, on the TV. You know what I mean? I feel like this would have been a really good chance if he had that little flying saucer, if it was, like, a very shitty effect of it blowing up. And the excuse is, it's through the glasses. You know what I mean? Oh, that's what, like, you know, the saucer, like, blowing up, and it's like a practical explosion. That'd be a perfect excuse. 'Cause, I mean, it's not a Western, but I feel like Carpenter would enjoy that. Because, I mean, he always puts, you know, on the TV in the background of whatever 50s, you know, horror movie he likes. That would have been a great, because, I mean, he had the black and white with the glasses. Like, he could have done that.
Yeah.
You know, but.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is basically a futuristic Clint Eastwood movie, because a lot of Clint Eastwood movies, like Good, Bad, Ugly, yeah, but A Few Dollars More or Fistful of Dollars, like the whole like thing is Clint Eastwood just shows up to this town, and then then stuff happens.
Yeah.
What's his name? I don't know.
Yeah.
But and that's who Roddy Piper in this. He's Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Drifter, not Grifter. Drifter shows up. No, what's going on? Oh. Aliens have invaded Earth. I'm all out of bubblegum. Yeah. I gotta bring up that line again. I just love how, like, he doesn't chew bubblegum.
Yeah.
Like, he just pulled that line out of his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like I don't want to say a lesser movie, but like a typical, like, oh, set it up, pay, you know, which I like, but it's like, if, you know, earlier in the movie, he's chewing bubblegum, then something happens. Maybe someone with the alien mask bumps into him, bubblegum falls out. Yeah. Puts on the glasses, realizes it's an alien, and then he goes into the bank. But I just love, it just fits the whole tone of this movie, of this just random dude dropping this line out of his ass. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And like, has that line ever been said before in pop culture ever?
I doubt it.
So that was just a line that Carpenter and the whatever screenwriter was in the credits just came up with. That's great.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was Roddy Piper. I can believe that as well.
Yeah.
Ad lib.
Yeah. One of the greatest promos in wrestling history. So, but yeah, back to your point about the country or the Western thing. I think that's what Carpenter was going for, because
he wanted to make Westerns.
He wanted to make Westerns and got typecast into like the horror guy. So I think this was his version of doing, you know, not doing a you know, just like a Good, Bad, and the Ugly, like a Western, but like, you know, listen to the music at the beginning where he's just walking through town, like it has that little twang in there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, like the drifter coming into town, guy with no name, you know, he's gonna be the hero of the movie. And yeah, but like, you know, setting it in a city in a more futuristic, you know, environment. I think this was his version of finally doing a Western.
His own version of it, yeah, because that's the only way he could do it. I
mean, puts his spin on it.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, it worked out great.
Yeah, where would you guys put this in your overall, like, John Carpenter, you know, kind of rankings? Like, Alex said, I know you already said it's not one of your favorite movies of all time as to where The Thing is, but just overall of what you've seen of Carpenter. Because I would rank it pretty high up there.
I would rank it pretty high up, yeah. I'm trying to, just off the top of my head, remember all the Carpenter I've seen. Halloween, Halloween 2, this, The Thing, In the Mouth of Madness. I haven't caught up on everything he's done. What was it?
And technically the second Halloween was not directed by him, but he wrote it. Though.
He wrote it, okay. So, never mind. Yeah. The Fog, was that him?
Yep.
Okay.
Great movie.
Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty high up there. This is in top 5 Carpenter.
Yeah, definitely top 5 for me.
Escape from New York.
Escape from New York, yeah.
Yeah, I would.
And Escape from New York, sorry. One of the co-stars is I forget the actor's name. The Bad from
G. Van Cleef.
Yeah. From Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Yes.
Yeah, because
great in that movie too.
Oh yeah, great.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, my top two would probably always be Halloween and The Thing, and then fighting for third would be Escape from New York and this, They Live. So
yeah.
It's definitely always gonna be top 5 for me. Even though it's, like you said, it's it's like barely into horror, but I mean, compared to the other ones, it's definitely not a horror movie. So
no,
but I still love it. I just like grow more appreciation for it every time I watch it.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't consider this horror. No, definitely just
no.
Carpenter's excuse for a Western.
Yeah,
it's a mix of genres. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not just action movie. Like, no, there's other stuff in here too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no like the only. I wouldn't even call it a jump scare because I saw it coming a mile away. Is when Roddy Piper's like scoping out the church, finds a trap door, puts it back.
Oh yeah,
and you know that shot where like when the shot's tracking like this, like someone's gonna be behind him, and it's the blind priest.
Yep.
It's like, whatever happened to the blind priest? Is he okay? Is he in prison?
Hopefully not.
Did someone bust him out?
They probably killed him, to be honest.
Yeah,
probably.
But yeah, I would definitely say it definitely is a genre bender, and I would say action is the primary, but it's definitely an action, horror, sci-fi, all three.
Yeah.
There's definitely elements of all three, and for me, I haven't seen a lot of Carpenter like as much as you guys. So like, seeing The Thing for the first time, for your birthday, and then. I honestly probably only put the first Halloween above this. I think that I'd put this on like the same level as The Thing. I enjoyed both of them for different reasons, definitely. But I enjoyed both of them. Neither of them are like, one of my favorite movies, but they're both really, really good with very little complaints or flaws that I would have about either of them. And then honestly, the first Halloween, like even putting that above it is just because like obviously
it's Halloween.
One of the first movies I ever saw, so it's hard to even compete with that. But I would definitely put it above Halloween 2 and turn my mic off. Am I good? Hello. Okay. And the couple other ones that I've seen, but I've never seen either of the Escape movies from LA or New York. I haven't seen Big Trouble in Little China. I haven't seen The Fog. I haven't seen any of his 2000s movies. So I haven't seen a lot of his stuff. But obviously, he's mostly great. I know that there's a few stinkers out there, but
yeah,
great director.
I just love that. Yeah. I just love his I don't give a shit attitude. It's so great,
Yeah.
Like some directors are so like, oh, my vision. And John Carpenter's like, I just make good movies, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you want to remake my movie? I don't give a shit. Just...
That's all you need right there. Make it your own. I don't give a shit.
Everyone knows the original.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for him.
Well, Nick, thank you for joining us yet again for another John Carpenter project and for our Halloween special. Hope you guys enjoyed and have a spooky Halloween.